Hello my friends, and welcome to my flosstube channel. Today is the day where I get to update you on my progress for the month of March. I can't believe how quickly this month has gone by. So I don't have a huge amount of projects to show you because I'm only sort of focusing on a few pieces, so I'm not rotating like the 6 or 7 or 10 that I was doing last year. So there isn't going to be a huge amount to show you, unfortunately, but I have made progress, and probably more progress than I would have done had I been rotating lots of whips. You wouldn't get to see a lot of progress on the ones that I've actually been doing. So I'm going to get started, but before I do, I have to warn you that my little helper is around, and she's quiet at the moment, but she'll be making an appearance probably. She's a little bit in a playful mood at the moment, so she might get up and jump on things, or generally distract me. I don't know, we'll wait and see. If she gets to be too much, I'll have to get my husband to come in and take her and maybe play with her, but normally she's very good. We'll wait and see. I have some treats here for her anyway, so if she gets to be a little bit crazy, then I will give her a treat, which I don't want to do too often either, because she's turning into a chunky little monkey. That's what's happening here. Okay, so first of all, there is no other news this month, or if I can think of anything, I'll say it at the end of the video. I'm a little bit distracted today. I don't know why. The weather's poorly again. It never seems to be very exciting in Scotland, to be honest. I don't think it was this bad last year, but I can't remember, to be fair. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to leave the best. I'm going to show you the best project first. The biggest first. Why not? Where is it? Where did I put it? Okay, here it is. So this one, a lot of people are following the progress on this. This is the Riverwalk Charm. This is the Beast. The Beast from the East, if you live in the US. And on my last video, I was trying to finish, I was trying to get the end of the top section, and I'll put that up. Maybe this side, I'm not sure which side I'm going to point to. I'm going to put up a picture there of the progress I made last video, and now we're going to see if I did manage to get to the end. Exciting! Did I manage to get to the end of this chart at the top? Yes, I did. I did it. I did it. I did it. And here we are. Am I holding it sideways? There we go. And there it is. This is 25 count, 2 over 1 10th stitch, and I got all the way, sorry, wrong side, all the way to here, to the very end, which I'm really happy about. And there, folks, is the beginning of a building. So I finally got out of the tree, to the end of the tree, to the blue sky. I couldn't believe it. When the blues started coming out, I started getting excited. There is the building. I mean, this is a lot of work to do this whole section. Trust me, it was a lot of work. However, when you get it done, you get such a good feeling from having done it. So if you want to see the whole thing again, here we go. I can't even see what I'm showing you, but I think that's pretty much all of what I've got done. So my next, just take that in for a moment, just take in those colours, because with the weather as it is at the moment, I'm quite liking that I can show you these gorgeous colours. And I hear that some people are not getting very good weather in other countries, so it's not just Scotland at the moment. So when I go back to doing the Riverwalk Charm, because I've spent all this time doing this tree and it's almost killed me, I think I'm going to go, let's see if I can get it so I can show you. Wrong side again. I'm going to go down here, I think, and do some more work down on this bit, because yeah, I just need to do something that isn't the tree for a while. And I know that if I start on this second level below, then which finger? Goodness me, when I'm looking at the screen, everything is opposite. This section here is all going to be just tree and sky again, so it's going to be a bit, you know, meh. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Hey miss, you coming to say hello? So the cat is here, but she's in a funny way, and she gets a couple of these little treats that she likes me to just chuck around the room so she can go and hunt for them, because we play hunting games, don't we? So that's Riverwalk Charm. And for those of you that like stats, I have managed to do 6,764 stitches in Riverwalk Charm this month, which is pretty good going. So that's up to 30% now, 30% that chart. And here you are, come and say hello. Come and say hello to everybody, because you're always running away and you never say hello. Yeah, she's a moany cat. Do you want to moan on the microphone? Say hi, Misty. Oh yeah, I know. You want to go chasing, don't you? That's what you want to do. So that's the Riverwalk Charm. I have been enjoying doing that chart. Okay, you want down? Fine, off you go. The next one is Home for the Holidays by Thomas Kinkade. This one I managed to do nearly 6,000 stitches again, just 40 stitches short of 6,000. And wow, here's a picture of what it looked like last month, what I got to at the end of last month. And I think you'll see there was a big gap between the top and the bottom, because I had started at the bottom and worked up, and then I jumped and I started at the top and worked down on a diagonal, and then I decided I want to try and fill in that section, and now it's kind of going a little bit all over the place. But here is where we are at, and I don't think I need to take it off my frame at the moment, because I think you can see pretty much the whole chart, or the whole end of the chart here. This is where I got to. So as you can see, I'm still filling in this area. I've started going, I can barely reach, I started going a little bit working outwards, because up here is all sky and it gets a little bit boring, so I'm branching out down the bottom here in squares at the moment, and then I'm going to just like alternate between top and bottom, because the top is all background, the bottom has got nicer details, so I'm going to alternate between the two so that I'm getting both of them done, but I'm not stuck on one or the other. And I've got to try and fill in that section as well. So this is going gorgeously. I mean, look at that. That is a mini, by the way. And I looked at the mock-up of this and I was really happy with it, because for me it's impressionistic, but that's fine for the type of picture that it is. I don't really care for it to be having hugely sharp details, but you can clearly see what's going on in that scene. Oh, I love the colours. I love the colours on the trees. Thomas Kinkade has the most beautiful charts, and I would say it's pretty much a quick stitch. Now, if you're wondering about this stand, I ordered this one from, I think it was Amazon, and I'm not going to do a review on it or anything right now, but it's actually really good for sitting in front of the TV. I find that these are really tight. Actually, I've had trouble trying to get them on because they've been so tight. But I mean, I like tight, but not being able to get them on or off, it can be a bit of a pain. And I just sort of balance it on my lap while I'm sitting here. And if I need it raised a bit more towards me, because as you can see, this is kind of very slanted, and I don't want to be leaning over like that. So what I do is I put a pillow under here, and that lifts this up perfectly, and I'm kind of working, you know, about there. And I can see the TV and everything at the same time. So that's really cool. Yeah, so Thomas Kinkade, Home for the Holidays. And this one I'm at 34.66%. So almost at 35%. So this one and Riverwalk Charm are more or less at the same percentage. Even though I started the Riverwalk Charm back in 2019 and this one I started last November. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? So it's taken me 4 months to do that. 4 months to do this. And I'm at a total of, yeah, about, don't know how many stitches I've done altogether. Let me just have a quick look and see how many stitches I've actually done completely on Home for the Holidays. I've done, yeah, 30,000 stitches. And at Riverwalk Charm, I have done 114,000 stitches. That's an awful lot of stitches, my friends. A lot of stitches. But hey, it's going to look so nice. This is going to come out at Christmas when I've got my Christmas table up and my Christmas tree, and I'm going to put Thomas Kinkade in its frame up above the piano, I think. I have it all planned, you see, completely. So what's next? I don't have a lot. Sad Fairy I'm not really working on very much because, yeah, she's going to have to stay sad for a little bit longer because those are my focus pieces at the moment, and also my Modern Folk Embroidery one, which I'll show you in a minute. Not my focus piece at the moment, but she will be again. So all I've really got done on Sad Fairy, and she's in the Q-snap again, is another diagonal here. So again, I'm going along. I think I completed another little diagonal section here, and I'm kind of thinking that I like smaller diagonals because it feels like you're making more progress quicker. It feels like you're finishing and ending something quickly. If I do the diagonals all the way down to here, I feel like I'm going to be here forever and a day. So making a decision to do smaller ones psychologically makes me think, oh, I finished the diagonal in like no time, in like half an hour. So each day, that little, so it's kind of like the same as doing like the 2 squares along, but instead I'm just doing it in diagonal. Yeah, same thing really, but just diagonally. And I think I'll just keep doing that. But as I said, she's not at the moment on my priority because these are just slow stitches, right? These big ones are slow stitches, but she is a regular, and yeah, I've only got like 400 or 500 stitches on her this month. She just hasn't come out that much. But when I'm in the mood, I'm happy to do something, you know. Okay, so the next one I have for you is my Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. Now, Modern Folk Embroidery is a very popular website, I believe, and they have some amazing charts. You really need to go and look at the charts on this website. Now, I've put my whip onto a frame, onto my my large scroll frame, and I've had a little bit of a problem with side tension. So I've just ordered some side tension clips. I don't know if they're going to be any good, if they're going to work well or not. I've heard people say that they're fine, they do the job. But yeah, we'll see. I tried to order them from Etsy, but from a UK seller, so that I can get them quicker than if I ordered them from outside in Europe, and then they would take longer to come and also cost more money probably on shipping. So on this one, Fruits of Plenty, I have worked on it quite a bit. I've decided to make this one kind of like my Sunday evening stitch. That's been working out pretty good. And so here we have Fruits of Plenty. Oh, I didn't show you what it would look like before, did I? I'm completely crackers today. So here's a picture of how it was last month. Doing everything in the wrong order. Blame it on the weather. Okay, and this is how it looks this month. So it doesn't look like I've done a huge amount, but I have finished that entire square. I've been coming all down with the white. I've put my hand underneath, coming all down with the white here I've done a little bit more around this area. I filled in a few more. So yeah, there's actually a lot more there than it looks, and it's coming along nicely. So for the side tension clips, I don't think I need them to be really, I only need like a little bit of tension. Just actually, it is actually quite firm, but I just like it that teeny bit more. So a little bit more maybe here where I'm working. Yeah, so I've ordered a couple of them, although this fabric fits quite snug on here, so I don't actually need, I've only got like a tiny bit of space. And these things look really huge. They're like really long bits of rope or whatever it is. So I'm hoping that that's going to be adjustable so that I can only get it to adjust to about that much. If not, I might have to wind this a bit and then pull from there. I don't know. I've never used them before, so I'll have to wait and see. I did buy some clips and I was trying to figure out if I could do a DIY job, but I'm really not clever enough to do a DIY job. I don't have them here at the moment. They're in the other room, but they're just little, like those little clasps, and I got a pack of them cheap, but I couldn't figure out how to use them as couldn't get it right. Something twined around it to hold on to the edges of this. So yeah, forget it. I'm not a huge DIY person, never have been, not very good at that kind of thing. So that is my whips. That is my whips. And let's see. I'm really, really looking forward to getting more progress done. I'm really, really into the Riverwalk Charm at the moment. I don't know what's going on with me, but that just seems to be like occupying my headspace quite a bit. The other thing I wanted to show you, because it's just arrived in the post, is a new little hoop that I've ordered, because I've heard that they're very good. So I don't know if you have one or if you've tried them before. And it's a plastic frame, but it's a Nerge plastic frame. And this one is 280 millimeters by 250 millimeters. So is that what, like about 11 inch or something? And they're supposed to be really good and tight. And I was thinking of using this, failing, if I get tired of this thing, I may, if it doesn't work out well, I may go back to using hoop, but instead of just your normal bamboo hoop, which I don't think is very good, I will use this Nerge. So I got this on Amazon and it's just arrived, so I haven't even used it. It's just literally come out of the package. So I'm looking forward. Where has Misty gone? Misty, where are you? Oh, you're up there looking out at the she's looking out of the window, spying on everybody and being hugely nosy. And oh yes, I was going to show you this other whip that I'd lost, because I moved house in June of last year, and in all the craziness that happens when you move house, I lost things. I just lost things, and one of them was a whip, and it was one of my nice ones. It was called London, and I'll put a picture up here, by Thea Gouverneur. And I don't know too many people who are stitching this. I think Ginger Gerald Stitcher is doing this one. So yeah, I lost it. I just, after I'd unpacked everything, I didn't know where this whip was, and it kind of upset me a little bit, because I absolutely loved it when I was working on it. Even though I had kind of put it aside, doesn't mean it was forgotten. Okay, but I knew I was going to get back to this one. So when I lost it, that didn't sit really well. But then I found it all sort of packaged nicely, but I found it in a project sort of bag, which I'd put away here, probably in the first week that I'd moved in. And because I found it, I thought I'd bring it out and have a look and see what I'd got done. And I don't know if, I'm really undecided about adding it into my rotation, because if I do that, I'll enjoy stitching on it, but I won't be given as much time to these as I wanted to, because I have got I have got goals for these whips. I mean, this one, I'm thinking I can get this finished by December if I concentrate on doing 1,400 stitches a week, a month or a week? No, 1,400 stitches a week. I can get Thomas Kinkade finished. And I had set a goal for finishing Riverwalk Charm in 2026, and that required me to do 1,500 stitches a week. So that's already 3,000 stitches a week. Okay, that takes up most of my stitching time, to be honest. Don't have, unless I start stitching in the middle of the night. Sorry, I'm just going to have to move my leg here because it's gone completely numb. I'm not made for sitting on the floor. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to show it to you anyway. Let's see what you think. That's how much I'd got done. Oh, of London. I can't seem to hold things up straight either, which I'm trying to. So there we are. That's gorgeous. And I did all the back stitch as I went along. It's so 3D like. It's amazing. So even though I'd like to go back to doing this one, and the other one I thought that I might like to go back to doing as well is the Tree of Life, which I love. The others that I were doing are completely UFO'd. I do not know if I'm going to go back to them. I don't have the headspace to think about them at the moment. I just don't have the headspace to think about all of the whips that I've had. But these ones were kind of at the priority special, top of my special love list. So I definitely do want to get this one finished at some point. But whether to add it back into my current thing, I honestly don't know. Really don't know. Maybe I should just carry on doing what I'm doing and carry on working on Riverwalk Charm, carry on working on Home for the Holidays and the Modern Folk Embroidery, which I'm alternating maybe one of them every day of the week, which is getting me to that goal that I set. Or maybe I should review my goals again, say continue as I am and review them again. I don't know, maybe after the summer or something, and see if I'm ready to fit something else in. It can get really complicated. It can get really awkward, you know, sometimes, just to know what it is you need to do. So tell me what you think, because you probably do something different, because we're all different. We all have different ideas of how we want to do our projects. But yeah, I'd just like your thoughts anyway, on if you think I'm going crackers, or whether you think I'm just having the usual hissy fits or the usual complex problems that we have with our stitching. Like it was a huge deal in the world, you know, all the stuff that's going on out there. And I can't sleep because I don't know whether to introduce a whip to my rotation. I know. It's crazy, right? So there we have it. And I'm going to be putting these away now. And I love working on this one. I really do. So that is the end of my... Now I've got all these little treats that I have to collect from the cat that she's obviously not hunted, but when you step on them it can be actually quite painful. So that's the end of the whip parade. There's not much else to report really. Yeah, let me know what you think about how I should continue with those, or how you might do it yourself, because that might just give me food for thought. I'm always interested to see what people think. And yeah, we're coming up to Easter, so my son is off school next week. He's completely finished for 2 weeks, so I don't know what on earth to do with a 15-year-old for 2 weeks who doesn't really like going outside and doesn't really like playing games at home. He likes playing his own video games, and he's really into stop motion animations at the moment, which I'm completely getting bombarded on my phone with his stop motion animations, which I love, and I do not want to delete a single one of them. So he's really obsessed with that at the moment, which is great because it gives him something to focus on, something to do. So we've got 2 weeks of the Easter holidays, and I'll try not to eat. I've got 1 Easter egg, and I'm trying to get fitter, so I'll try not to eat more than 1 Easter egg. So I'll take that as a treat and, you know, be grateful for it. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do for the 2 weeks of Easter. I have not made any plans to go away. I've got family visiting the following month. So I'm really hoping the weather will be nicer so that I can take them around and about in Scotland and stuff like that, and show them a few places that they haven't seen. So please let the sun come through just for a couple of days at least. It really does brighten everything up when that sun turns up, because I tell you, it has been such a winter of sniffles and colds and post-COVID miseries. And, you know, some part of me still hasn't really come out of COVID way of thinking. I still go where I need to go, and I run back home. And I still do not feel very comfortable in crowds of people. I don't know whether it's just me, or do some of you feel like that. I still get very anxious, and it suddenly hits me that nobody's wearing masks. And I don't expect people to wear masks anymore. I mean, that would be, you know, that wouldn't be something you'd expect now. But we've been so tightly controlled for a while that now it just feels overwhelming when you're in a group of a lot of people all breathing all around you, and it suddenly hits you like you're suddenly more aware about germs than you ever were before. So that makes me anxious, and yeah, dealing with anxiety is a thing. It's really a thing. So for all you anxious people out there, I hear you and I'm with you. So yeah, trying to get back into what is normality. I don't even know what that is anymore. My normality now is stitching and looking after my family. That's pretty much it. That's my normality. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go on and on. So that's the end of my video. I want to say thank you for watching, and it'll be great to hear from you what you think. Yeah, I hope you're all safe and you're all well, looking after yourself, and I'm looking forward to coming back with a stitch with me again very soon. So that's all I've got. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.